Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my videos. So, on this video, there's lots to talk about. So the first topic of the development I'm going to start on is Marcus Rashford. So, there's a lot of narratives coming out from the media saying that Arsenal want Marcus Rashford. Manchester United, I think, are demanding at least £50 million. A report has mentioned that Arsenal are only willing to pay £25 million, which is half of what Man United are demanding. I'm very sceptical that Man United will accept just £25 million for Rashford. And another problem is his astronomical wages. Rashford earns £350,000 a week at Manchester United, and I can't see Arsenal willing to pay his wages because Arsenal do have a wage structure, as you are all aware. Arsenal and Manchester United have done business before. You know, we've seen back in 2012 Man United get Van Persie from Arsenal, and he was fantastic. Van Persie in 2013, of course, won Man United the league, reflecting on the amount of goals he scored. We did get Alexis Sanchez off them. Sanchez was very inconsistent, as you all know, when he was a Manchester United player. And Arsenal, of course, did get Danny Welbeck off Man United quite some time ago. A January move for Marcus Rashford is very unlikely. And if he does leave Manchester United, he won't go to a club in England. I think he'll either go to Spain or Italy. I've been hearing from TalkSport that his preferred destination is Barcelona. But Rashford did come out last month and say, he wants to leave. He's ready for a new challenge. Now, recently, Rashford has hit out at false stories over his Man United future. It said he'd stepped up his bid to quit Man United, as it did mention that he'd held talks with an agency. Rashford, of course, was named on the bench in the game against Newcastle, but he was an unused substitute. Marcus Rashford has spent his entire career so far at Manchester United. He risen up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7. The best season he enjoyed, I'd say, was his debut season back in 2016. He's had other good seasons as well, but at least for the last, 2 seasons now, Rashford has been inconsistent. He is under contract with the club until 2028. He has made over 400 appearances for Manchester United in all competitions. Rashford is versatile. You can put him on the left, you can put him on the right, and you can put him up top centrally. So, do you think there's anything in these rumours of Rashford possibly going to Arsenal? I personally don't think there's much in it, because like I've mentioned, Man United won't accept 25 million, plus his wages are a problem as well. Fabrizio Romano, who's a reliable Italian journalist, has given us an update on Casemiro, Christian Eriksen and Victor Lindelof. He reckons they could be leaving in this January transfer window. Casemiro, I've said he needs to leave anyway. He's a good midfielder, don't get me wrong, but he is too old now. Man United, of course, got him from Real Madrid. Surprisingly enough, he was playing alongside Eriksen in that midfield in the 2-0 defeat to Newcastle. I hope them two are not playing together again in that midfield. Christian Eriksen, of course, I said he needs to go as well. And Victor Lindelof, of course, needs to go. Lindelof, of course, is out with injury at the moment. But there's a catalogue of other players that need to leave the club as well. Like I've mentioned, Luke Shaw needs to go. Too old, too injury prone, and he's out with injury at the moment. He has had a pretty good career though at Manchester United. Was our first choice left back for a while. I said, oh, now then the goalkeeper needs to go. He's definitely not good enough. Man United got him from Ajax. We need to get rid of Harry Maguire. Definitely too inconsistent. Still getting game time. Played in the game against Newcastle. Was accountable for both goals, but therefore so too was Lisandro Martinez. I'd certainly get rid of Xerxes. Of course, Xerxes got booed when he came off against Newcastle. Some United fans disagreed with Xerxes getting booed in that game. There's rumours that he could be leaving in this January transfer window, Xerxes. Would you get rid of Bruno Fernandes? Would you keep Bruno Fernandes? Bruno Fernandes was suspended, don't forget, in the game against Newcastle. Didn't feature, got sent off against Wolves. So yeah, there's just so many players I get rid of. I did say I'd get rid of most of that team and recommend a new team in that can play as a team, because this current team we've got is a team of individuals, and that's why we are so inconsistent. Like I've said regarding Ruben Amorim, does need time at the club. Yeah, he's got this January transfer window, which is a massive January transfer window for him. I'm sure he's aware of that. He's got a lot to do. He's got to recommend the right players in. The question is, have we got the money to buy the right calibre players that are going to fit the agenda of the team? Man United are billions in debt, but obviously if we manage to get rid of players, we'll generate money in that aspect. But he does need time, does Amorim. But the question is, who are Man United going to get in? This is his first January transfer window, of course. Amorim, I do feel sorry for him, because he's inheriting a poor team. You know, none of this team is his. And he knew when he taken over the reins at Man United that it was going to be a massive job. You know, he's managing one of the biggest clubs in the world. You know, we're in a very bad position at the moment. We're 14th in the league. Amorim did make an admission after the defeat to Newcastle, saying relegation is a possibility for Manchester United. I'm sceptical we'll get relegated. I do think we are too good to get relegated. But you could say if it weren't for the bottom three being so poor, Man United could have possibly been down there. You know, we haven't been relegated since 1974, which is yonks ago. But Amorim, you know, look what he did when he was in Portugal. He managed Sporting Lisbon, did well, won trophies, won a few titles. I think with them, didn't he manage Benfica as well, if I can remember rightly. But like I've said, the Portuguese league and the Premier League are totally contrast. The Premier League is the best division, I'd say, in world football. But it is going to take quite some time for things to be fixed at Man United. I've already underlined the problems, you know. The players are the problem. The Glazers are a problem. They've been a massive problem for so many years at the club. They've been owners of the club since 2005. You know, Ineos are a problem because they've done nothing since they come to the club. You know, if we'd have got Qatar, would they have made a difference? Because don't forget, Man United missed out in Qatar, like I've already mentioned. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's become a problem because he's also making mistakes, you know, that the Glazers have made at the club. And a lot of people are saying Sir Jim Ratcliffe is an absolute disgrace. But these problems will not be addressed overnight. You know, it is going to take quite some time. Man United, of course, have been in transition since Alex Ferguson retired back in 2013. We must have had a good 6 or 7 managers at least since Ferguson. We've only won 2 league games out of 8 league games so far under the Ruben Amorim era. We've lost his last 4 games in all competitions. That's why we are languishing in 14th place. 9 losses out of 19 in the league. We've got a massive game next against Liverpool at Anfield. That's Sunday. Going to be United's first game of 2025. I've already given you the preview for that game. I've give you my predicted 11. So yeah. So anyway guys, that's everything to update. We've dropped your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless.